It is July 14th. And of course, this is the video like it takes 30K to a million. Now, that is going to come a little bit slower than anticipated because I'm looking at a huge loss right now. Incoming on Monday. I already lost $1,000 and a lot more to come on Monday. So I gotta brace myself for that and try to figure out a way to make it up. There's very little chance that that's gonna be made up. Very little chance, and I'll show you why. It has to do with uranium. Let me go into the account. This is Sunday night. I'm really waiting to see what happens in the markets tomorrow, but it doesn't look good at all. Let me go into the account and I'll show you. Whoa! That's my microphone. Don't meme that. Alright, so let's go into the browser here. And you'll see that I'm sitting only at 60,708. This is because of the huge, massive decline in energy fuels and URG, UR energy. You can see that 36.5% and another percent after hours, losing $1.13 per share. Now only sitting at 191. I mean, it's an enormous loss. You can see that almost $700 here just from this company. And to think that that was up $1,000 instead of down 700. Some of the other losses here include UR Energy, and both of these energy companies are United States uranium producing mining companies, which have halted right now. They're not producing. This one is down 38%. 38%. UR Energy sitting at 64 cents. Right, it was over $1. Minus $200 on that. Still in the positive. That's how low I got it, which is impressive. But I'm about to lose that too. Both of these companies could actually shut down, which is just crazy to think about because they're getting outcompeted around the world. Everybody is producing uranium at cheaper prices than them, and they were hoping for some legislation that will help them and give them a little competitive edge. The legislation that they proposed was that they could I'm not saying I'm in favor of any legislation or anything like that, but I'm looking to make some money, right? So the legislation that proposes that they're thinking, since the US consumes so much uranium, consumes the most uranium in the world at the moment actually, even though only 25% of the energy production in the US is from nuclear, still the largest consumer in the world. France, almost all of their energy is produced nuclear, and they're trying to change that, by the way, for some odd reason. I think nuclear is a very good energy method. But anyways, back to on topic. So only about 5%, 5 to 7% of the uranium used by the United States is produced in the United States. Most of it, but by the way, let me know if that video quality is a little bit better. Like, I'm trying to mess around with my settings. But anyways, total like dog distraction moment. So these uranium mining companies that I own, Energy Fuels and UR Energy, are trying to, I guess, lobby the government to give them some protection and to make it mandatory that 25% of the uranium used in the United States should be produced in the United States. And so would have effectively have two prices, domestic price and international price. And their argument goes like this, right? Normally you'd say, oh, well, this is so anti-competitive, this is bad business, protectionist policies, this and that, this is a bad move. But what happens is that other nations like Kazakhstan, China, they operate their mining at a loss, right? So they'll taxpayers, they'll take money and they will subsidize their production in order to gain these quote unquote strategic metals, right? So they don't care if their mining is profitable or not, right? They just want the raw material, even if they acquired at a loss. Now, that's not how free market operates, right? So when you have a subsidized entity, it's going to win over and kill off the free enterprise entity. That's how it works, right? So, for example, if I set up a shop a lemonade shop next to another lemonade shop, and they're charging 50 cents per cup, and I'm charging 0 per cup because I just happen to have, a booming auto sales business, and I'm giving out free lemonade, and people are just assuming the quality is the same and everything. People are flocking to for the free lemonade, and that guy that's next to me is going to run out of business, right? So that's exactly what the case is over here. Exactly, more or less, the case is over here. And that's why they're asking for this protection. Now, whether it's right or not, I don't even want to get into this argument. This is the case. This is what's happening. And so the president has decided, based on his own opinion or feedback of others, I'm going to pull up a couple articles right now, that he does not want to proceed with this 25% idea. And he's going to set up, quote unquote, a working group to figure out what needs to be done about that. But obviously, these working groups, like, they're never come to anything. So probably nothing's going to come out of it, and these two companies are going to have to shut down, even if in a normal world they'll be able to produce uranium at a fairly competitive price. Chemical got a little 4% boost because of that, since they were afraid that some of their uranium might not be used for the U.S. and but now that alleviates some of that worry. So Chemical might get even a bigger boost tomorrow. But I don't own enough Chemical to make up for the losses, and also I have sold Chemical already at $12, and it's sitting at 11.11 right now. All right, here are the articles. We're going in. So first article. New York Times. This is the company right here. All right, Ad Hoc Utilities Group. And what this company is doing, whoa, this is bright. Holy moly. They're basically arguing that, let me switch off that for a sec. They're basically arguing that the price of uranium is going to rise, and because of that, they're going to have to lay off workers at the nuclear plants, which is complete BS, right? Because the cost of the actual uranium is only 1% or so of the cost of operating and maintaining these nuclear plants. So they won't feel it at all, even if that doubles, right? 1% times 2, let's say it's 2% of the cost. Paying $100 or $101, they're not going to care. But that's the difference between us making a ton of money or not making a ton of money, right? So that's their argument, which is bogus. I don't know why they did that. There's obviously some kind of pressure going on there. So that's argument number one. Let's go into the other article, which is on the Washington Post. And basically what the big deal here is that it's environmentalists. Okay? Environmentalists. If you want to pause this and read it, you can. So basically, their argument is that they don't want people drilling next to the Grand Canyon, which is fair. Like, why destroy this, national treasure? But from the way I understand it, it's not immediately at the Grand Canyon. It's quite a bit ways away, but I may be wrong about that. If someone knows more detail, correct me. But what they're arguing is that they don't want that ground to be touched. Apparently, the Obama administration has given a 20-year reign of no touch, don't mine here, no drill policy. Don't touch, don't drill. It sounds dirty. So I'm good. So that's their argument, right? They don't want it to be destroyed. Now, that's all bad news for me. Like, I'm going to lose a ton. All right, look at this. So I have so many calls. I bought calls before I heard the news, banking on this might go up. This was going to be like a $10,000 pop if it went my way, but it didn't. I'm going to look for strategic exit points. These companies, look at how many calls I have. Well, these are called sells, 3 of them. These are put sells, 5 of them, so that's bullish. These are 2 call sells, that's bearish. But look at this, one buy, another put sell here. But look at this, 20 buys of 2.5 expiring on the 16th of August. And this is 5 buys expiring on July 19th, and they've already lost a ton of value. I'm sitting at negative 210, which is not that bad, since I got, I guess, a decent in at a decent time, but we'll see. So this is worth like $500 or so, and I might lose all of that, plus I might lose all of this because the company might actually go bankrupt. I mean, both of these companies could go because they're uneconomical. At $25-$30 uranium, they're not going to be mining. They're not. It's not feasible operations. They're going to have to import 100% of the uranium from overseas or Canada, from places like Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Canada, chemical, right? And some. That's basically it. So we'll see. I mean, these companies might be gone. There could be actually literally zero uranium production in the United States. It's crazy to think about, but if this persists, I think I'm gonna reduce to a very very light exposure in these two companies just in case some miracle happens. But I might be getting out of this too. So in the last video, I told you I'm trying to get out of EXK. Now I'm trying to get out of these two uranium companies. They've been doing good for me. It's just a really sad time. I like miners. I like investing in them because they give good returns. But these ups come with together with these downs, and it's just really torturing to see it like that. I may just completely forego mining companies from now on and just look at something else. But maybe not. Maybe we'll just find non-affected metals that are being mined and trade that. I'm just gonna have to relearn everything all over again, man. Just all this knowledge is going out the window. It just seems like, but it's frustrating. But you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna take the loss like a man and just move forward and try to make better moves next time and try to trade better companies. It's sad. It hurts. I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow with a little bit of pain. Well, by the time y'all see this, probably already Monday, and this is already transpired, and your energy either have a momentary pop, or like pretty much down to zero. We'll see what happens. All right, that's it for now. I hope you're not holding these companies like me. Peace out.